I grew up in the Midwest, grew up out in Illinois. I moved out here about a year and a half ago. And since I've come out here, everyone has just started to assume, everyone has just started to assume that I'm like a farm kid. Like I give off that vibe, I'm kind of quiet, I guess. I think I figured out why though. It's because I have this really old gray wool coat. It's really ugly. Somebody was making fun of it the other day. He's like, oh, it looks like you made that by hand. It looks like you're Amish. I was like, oh, I'm not Amish. My dad gave this to me. I used to wear it while I would chop wood because we heated our house with a wood-burning stove, and it was good material for carrying bundles of wood around the yard. And I realized I'm doing nothing to convince these people I'm not Amish. Like I just sound more and more Amish with everything I'm saying. I might as well just been like, no, I'm not Amish. We just got all our vegetables from my mom's garden, and we had an open door policy with farm animals, and I'm not vaccinated for anything. That would have worked just as well. I can't keep up the act, you guys. I am Amish. This is my Rumspringa. Just out here checking out the big wide world. My parents gave me $200 in silver, told me to buy a house. So, if any of you have a horse or a covered wagon I could borrow, I need to get back to the Midwest. Do you guys think crazy people ever have to give themselves a pep talk in the morning? Like an insane person wakes up and he's like, I just can't do it today. Puts his hands on the side of the sink, looks in the mirror, and he's like, hey, nobody else gets the letters from the lizard people controlling your life on puppet strings. But you check that mailbox every morning. Now get out there and try to convince some passing traffic of that. Just yell at the interstate until they understand, you know? That's my plan B, you guys. If this doesn't work out, I'm just going to scream this at the highway. Hope they get it. It's my favorite form of street preaching. I realized recently that the only reason I'm getting a haircut at this point is to have a woman run her fingers through my hair. That's all I'm paying for, you know? Some guys go to strip clubs. That's not really my thing. I just go to Supercuts. We're both paying pink-haired girls of indeterminate age to pretend they like us for an hour. That's about it. I don't like those people who try to predict the apocalypse. Because if you're wrong about the day the world ends, everybody's just going to think you're an idiot. But if you're correct about the day the Lord comes back, no one is going to be around to congratulate you. And when you finally get to heaven, God's going to be so angry you ruined his surprise party. He's been planning that for 2,000 years at this point. Alright, God's not real. Every time I tell that joke, I forget. I'm not very good at making friends, you guys. Not very good at talking. My basic friend-making process, ever since I was a kid, has been stand there until they accept you or explicitly tell you to leave. That's how I do it. Gotten both options multiple times. I'm kind of young, 19, you guys. I went to a party recently, and I realized while I was there that as a 19-year-old at the party, I'm like the last thing anybody really wants to see. Like, I'm just no fun. Like, nobody walked into that room and was like, oh great, a teenager with a backpack, this is going to be fun. This party's going to be great. No one wanted to go to a party and see someone who's still getting over their high school girlfriend. That's not what you want. I don't know, I think some people are looking forward to 21 so they can drink. I just can't wait to file for unemployment. I think that's going to be great. Can't wait to start gaming the system. The other week I stole a book from Barnes & Noble, but I didn't feel bad because the author's dead, so I think that's fair. What is grandkids need my money or something? I work at a sandwich place, and I have this one coworker, and she was telling me the other day how she's studying to be a midwife. She wants to get her certifications to deliver babies in people's homes. And then she said, so if you know anybody trying to have a baby, give them my number. And I was like, what situation do you expect me to be in where I'm going to be able to give birthing advice to young moms? Why isn't that going to be a thing for me? Like someone's going to come running up, Roger, I seem to have found myself in a bit of a pickle. I'm pregnant and I don't want to go to a hospital. Do you have a recommendation on a good midwife? I'll say I do. She works in my sandwich shop. She has 4 lip piercings. And the other day she read me some of her unpublished political poetry. Do you want her to deliver your baby? She'd be great. You do it. Weekending, I understand. Anyways, I don't like this same coworker. She tends to sing a lot on the job. And I don't really mind that, but she sings a lot on the job, and it kind of bothers me. Because if you have a coworker that's singing and they have a bad voice, nobody really cares. Maybe it's kind of annoying. But if you have a coworker with a really good voice, it's somehow more annoying. Because now I'm in the position where I'm making a sandwich, and she's behind me with the voice of an angel, and I just have to remember that salami on bread is my most marketable skill. That's all I have. Why is it that my roommates get to have sex as loudly as they want to, but I have to be quiet when I masturbate? How is that fair? How is that fair? Is it because I'm masturbating when I'm having sex? Maybe. I'm not. At the sandwich place I work, there's this guy that comes in, he's kind of a crazy person, and he likes to tell us stories about how, he comes to our restaurant now because the illegal pizza across the street was trying to poison him, and how he's the Archduke of America, and he knows Obama and God personally. Those kind of stories, that kind of person. And I don't know what type of mental illness he has, but I know I want that type of mental illness. I want to be Archduke of America crazy. I want to wake up in the morning and be there are enemies of the state trying to poison me right now. That just seems like a way more interesting life. That's good. I'll close on this, you guys. I did not check how much time I did, but I'm confident about how much time I did. I'm going to close on this. Someone tried to sell me crack recently outside of a bar, and I didn't buy. No, don't woo for crack. That's not a good thing. Somebody tried to sell me. This guy tried to sell me crack. I didn't buy it. Not because I'm not willing to try crack, but not from this person specifically. I don't have high standards for a crack deal, but one of them is it not being loose and in his hand. A baggie is my minimum requirement in that situation. All right, guys, I'm Roger Stafford.
Real quick, get up for yourselves. You're braving the storm for supporting live comedy. We're going to show that, you guys. Come on, get up for yourselves. Okay. You guys are awesome. I only expected 5 people. That's what I thought was going to happen. But start off with weird ways. Okay, roll along, you guys. Nice comic on the stage. It's another one of the many comedy orphans here in Denver. Give it up for the comedy stars with the very lovely Allison, everybody.
Do you think there's ever been a kid that read too much? I know that's so thought, but it happens. When they were 10, they picked up Don Quixote and a word to worse. They were like, all right, I get it. There's no such thing as monsters. They're just windmills. I'm 10. I should get over that. And then when they were 12, they picked up Waiting for Godot, and they realized, oh God, not only are monsters not coming for me, but no one is coming for me ever. And that's very accurate, but do we want our kids to know that, I don't know. Personally, I think if a 4-year-old can know that twerking exists, they can know we're going to die alone. Similar kind of darkness. It could be a personal issue of mine, though. I'm pretty bad at twerking. I'm pretty sure my ass was built for it, but my heart. Anybody else not really appreciate it when somebody says come for me during sex? Man, I'm trying, who's not? Plus, if you want to motivate me to finish, you could probably say way more inspirational things. Tell me to come for world peace. Okay, come for the hope that maybe one day you're going to pay off your student loans and stop disappointing your parents. Come for the starving children in Africa who have no one to come for them. I don't know, maybe my experience with sex is a little weird. I started kind of strange. When I was 14, I masturbated by riding a suitcase. I mean, it's not like it had wheels or anything. I'm not a fucking professional, you know. It's just, I'm mostly impressed by how well I planned for sex when I was 14 years old. Because I started learning how to get off with an object that was built for leaving. I planned fucking well for my generation. I think for my generation, like in your early 20s, a pregnancy belly and a beer belly are pretty much the same. And that if you want a bright future, you should probably give it up. Or it's too I mean, hell, I cleaned the snow off of my car with a Kleenex box earlier today. I can't afford diapers or an alcohol problem. Who are we kidding? Depression's going around. You might want to watch out for that. I'm trying to do something new to combat that. Every day, you know, I'm just trying to be better. Trying to be better at knowing all the words to Eminem's "Lose Yourself." Just seems to be working. Like, here's the thing, I don't think I've ever felt anything as strongly as that man did in that song. So it's just good to pretend once in a while, you know? Works with all of his songs, you know, with a real Slim Shady, please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. No, seriously, you've been on that couch for 5 fucking hours. There's something wrong here. Depression's tough, you guys. I wish guys would use more creative pickup lines. Anybody with me on that? But that, I mean, like, I wouldn't really be offended if some guy came up to me and said, hey, your torso's kind of like Africa. You know, this at the top, right? Fucking creative. You want to really impress me, though, tell me I have tits like China, okay? Anything awkward going on to the northwest, it's a protrusion, not an indentation. You know what I'm saying? Kill their China titties! Or, you know, maybe geography jokes aren't the way to go if my generation ever figured that out. It's probably not going to happen. And that makes me sad because, you know, that means no guy is going to ever come up to me and say, hey, lady, I got a chili dick. What? It's like meaty, saucy, I don't know what you're looking for here. Oh, okay, it's better after you let it rest a day. What do we... No, I got a chili dick because it's long, but skinny, you know? And it's even got that little hook at the end. Be like a fleshy knitting needle. God, that'd be the worst kind of dick. I really feel like if they wanted us to remember our map shapes, they would have used like dicks and titties in 3rd grade. So they really fucked up there. Roger is one of my 2 underage roommates that I live with. It's actually kind of really nice because I'm from Kansas, so it's comforting for me to live with people that don't know how the world works. It's not all that bad though, being from Kansas, you know. At least everything's polite there, right? Like, even the weather's polite in Kansas. It's just trying to help you out, tell you what to do with your life, you know. You got that strong Kansas wind pushing at your backs, telling us you just gotta keep moving forward in life, just a little bit further, sweetie, just a little bit further, you know. Keep on moving, and then hopefully you'll be out of the fucking state. That's just all it's telling us. Just go, follow the tumbleweeds example, spread your seeds. You've been here for 7 generations in a town of 450 people. I'm sorry. It's just not how baby making works, you know? Tornadoes come through, try to pick up our houses and move them out of the state forest. They just shrug as they spin away. I was just trying to help. That's a damn fine impression of a polite tornado, by the way. if you've never met one. I don't really do makeup. Maybe it has something to do with depression. It's like L'Oreal, because you're worth it. And my God, that lipstick costs $5. I think I'm better off buying like another pack of cigarettes and slowly killing myself. That seems way more honest. I also just can't do makeup because I can't handle delayed gratification. And to me, the purpose of makeup is to attract and keep a mate, right? So if I were to do makeup, I'd have to walk outside all fancy-faced and have some guy say, "Hey, sweetie, I like the way you two-tone your eyeshadow. You want a lifetime of love and commitment?" Just right out of the gate, throw on some lipstick. Maybe I'll buy us a puppy, huh? Push-up bra, 2 kids you probably don't want, but what are you gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do given the statistics. In 5 years, I'm taking the dog, leaving you the kids, and it's gonna take a whole lot more blush for you to find somebody that wants to love you till you die. It's just, maybe it's Maybelline, maybe it's the beginning of an endless cycle of false self-delusion and disappointment. That was a lot of silence to get there. Couple more things, I guess. My parents, they didn't raise me on television in Kansas either. It's like, hey, here's this socially isolated, culturally awkward, only the other way around, whatever, girl. Let's take out another big chunk of what it takes to exist in modern society. That'll be fun. It's just like not watching cartoons as a kid, exactly the same as not watching the news as an adult. Only so much sadder, you guys. You can't be the kid on the playground when another kid comes up to you and says, "So which Power Ranger would you be?" I really don't think I have enough information to have an informed opinion on this issue. Maybe I could read up, get back to you. No, kid, come on. Just fake it. Say blue, all right? Half of America probably thinks the Gaza Strip is a dance, okay? You don't have to know anything. That's fine. I'm not very tough looking, but I feel it on the inside, you know? So I'm going to take little baby steps toward becoming tougher. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get knuckle tattoos. You know, baby tattoos, baby steps. I'm not going to get letters though. I'm going to get Morse code, just a dot here and a dash there. That way when I finally do get into a fight, I can land the perfect Yo Mama joke punchline on your face. Fucking tough, alright? Might even fuck around, get a hashtag and an @ symbol on my heel. That way when I kick you, it's Superman swearing at you, you know? Kind of tough. Alright, thank you guys, have been fun.